Deadly train disaster in Enschede, 1998. In the quiet town of Enschede, Netherlands, a deadly train disaster struck in 1998, forever changing the lives of its residents. But what led to this catastrophic event? Was it a result of a simple mistake or a hidden conspiracy? Join us as we unravel the mysteries shrouding the Enschede train disaster. Who are the heroes that emerged from the chaos? And what secrets lay buried beneath the debris? Prepare yourself for a gripping journey into the heart of tragedy as we uncover the shocking truth behind the Enschede train disaster. Will justice prevail? Will the survivors find closure? Get ready for a story that will leave you questioning everything you thought you knew. On a fateful day, June 3, 1998, tragedy struck on the Hanover-Hamburg Railway near Enschede in Lower Saxony, Germany. An Ice 1 train hurtling forward with speed and momentum derailed in a catastrophic event that shook the nation to its core. As the train veered off its intended path, it collided with an overpass that loomed above the railroad, leading to a devastating collapse. The toll was staggering, 101 lives lost and over 88 individuals left injured. It was a somber reminder of the fragility of life and the grave consequences that can arise from a single moment of misfortune. The cause of this harrowing derailment traced back to a single crack hidden within the wheel of the train. Insidiously, this tiny flaw set in motion a chain of events that would shatter the tranquility of that day. As the crack worsened, a fragment of the wheel became entangled in a railroad switch, altering its course while the train was in motion. In an instant, the train's carriages were thrust into divergent paths, careening towards disaster. The collision was inevitable as the train collided with the steadfast pillars of a concrete road bridge, triggering a catastrophic collapse. 2 coaches were crushed beneath the weight, while the remaining cars and the rear power cars slammed into the twisted wreckage. Following the calamity, thorough investigations delved into the fracture that sparked this catastrophe. The findings pointed to a design flaw in the wheel, one that allowed a fatigue fracture to propagate along the rim. It was a haunting realization that a small imperfection could lead to such devastation, forever altering the lives of those affected. As authorities sought answers, they explored other contributing factors that compounded the severity of the disaster. Questions arose regarding the failure to halt the train and the adequacy of maintenance procedures. The quest for understanding expanded to encompass legal and technical realms. Trials were held, fines were imposed, and compensation payments were made. Lessons were learned and changes were implemented. The wheel design underwent modifications, ensuring a safer future for rail travel. Furthermore, train windows were redesigned to enhance emergency accessibility, offering a lifeline in dire situations. The Ice 1 high-speed train, the first of its kind in Germany, derailed and collided with an overpass, resulting in a catastrophic collapse. The train, designated Ice 884 Wilhelm Conrad Röntgen, was on its way from Munich to Hamburg, with scheduled stops in various cities along the route. Approximately 130 kilometers south of central Enschede, near Siel, a wheel fracture occurred in the first car's third axle. The steel tire on the wheel had weakened due to metal fatigue and split, causing it to peel away from the wheel. The momentum of the fracture propelled the steel tire upwards, piercing the floor of the train carriage and becoming embedded in it. Passengers, including Jörg Dittmann, who noticed the embedded tire in his compartment, raised concerns to a conductor in the third coach. Despite vibrations in the train and the passengers' urgency, the conductor adhered to company policy, which required investigating the situation before pulling the emergency brake. By the time the conductor reached the site, the train had started swaying from side to side. However, before the conductor could take action, the derailment occurred, triggered by the embedded tire hitting the guardrail of a point. This led to the derailing of car number 3, which collided with the piers supporting a roadway overpass, resulting in their destruction. Car number 4, still traveling at high speed, managed to pass under the collapsing bridge and came to a stop after hitting several trees. Unfortunately, 2 railway workers near the bridge were killed instantly when car number 4 crushed them. The automatic emergency brakes engaged, bringing the mostly undamaged first 3 cars to a stop. The remaining cars jackknifed into the rubble in a zigzag pattern, causing further devastation. The crash produced a deafening sound likened to a plane crash, attracting nearby residents who were the first to respond to the scene. The local police quickly declared an emergency, which escalated to a major emergency as the scale of the disaster became evident. Rescue efforts involving over 1,000 personnel, including emergency services, fire departments, police, and the army, were mobilized. Some attending physicians also provided immediate assistance. Tragically, many passengers in the rear carriages did not survive the impact with the concrete bridge pile, as they were traveling at a speed of 200 kilometers an hour. By the afternoon, emergency treatment had been provided to 87 individuals, with the most severely injured airlifted to hospitals. The total death toll reached 101, including the 2 railway workers who had been under the bridge. Investigations and legal proceedings followed the incident, resulting in modifications to wheel design and improved safety measures on trains. The Enschede train disaster was caused by the disintegration of a resilient wheel on an Intercity Express 1 train in Germany. The accident occurred due to metal fatigue in the wheel, which resulted in the steel tire splitting and peeling away from the wheel, and as the train continued its journey, the damaged wheel caused severe vibrations and swaying. The derailment and subsequent bridge collapse led to the devastating consequences of the accident. The derailed wheel slammed against the guide rail of a switch, pulling it from the railway ties and causing the rear axles of a car to switch into a parallel track. This car collided with the pier supporting the railway overpass, resulting in its destruction. The bridge collapsed as the subsequent cars passed over it, causing further casualties and damage. Several factors contributed to the severity of the accident. The wheel design used on the ICE 1 trains, known as monoblock wheels, had a history of vibration issues. In an attempt to address these problems, a new wheel design with a rubber damping ring was implemented without proper testing at high speeds. The design lacked an adequate margin of safety, and various factors such as tire fatigue, crack formation, and wear acceleration led to the eventual failure. The failure to stop the train immediately after the wheel disintegrated also played a crucial role. The train manager, adhering to company policy, delaying stopped the train to investigate the issue personally. Valuable time was lost, and had the train been halted promptly, the subsequent catastrophic events might have been avoided. Maintenance practices and oversight also contributed to the accident. Inadequate inspections, including the use of standard flashlights instead of proper detection equipment, and the disregard of complaints about noises and vibrations from the defective wheel, revealed shortcomings in Deutsche Bahn's maintenance procedures. Additional factors that influenced the severity of the accident included the design of the overbridge and the use of welds that failed upon impact. Today, a solemn memorial stands as a testament to the lives lost in that tragic moment. It serves as a place of remembrance, a poignant reminder of the profound impact that the Enschede disaster had on the collective memory of Germany and the world at large. In conclusion, the Enschede firecrackers fiasco was an appalling prepared calamity that had significant effect on the city of Enschede and the Netherlands as an entire. The calamity was caused by a combination of components counting the dishonorable capacity of firecrackers, insufficient security measures, and a need of oversight by government offices. The explosion was destroying, wrecking adjacent buildings, and causing broad harm to encompassing homes and businesses. The consequence of the fiasco was checked by a drawn-out period of despondency and grieving for the casualties and their families. The fiasco, moreover, had a critical effect on the nearby community, which revived together to supply bolster and help to those influenced by the blast. The government propelled a national request into the calamity, which uncovered various security infringement at the SE Firecrackers office and come about in criminal charges against the company's proprietors and workers. Within a long time, talking after the calamity, there were calls for greater oversight and direction of the fireworks industry in the Netherlands, and the government executed a few changes pointed at improving safety standards. The Enschede calamity remains a powerful update of the devastating consequences that can result from a need of legitimate oversight and security.